Gold prices over the last 10 years has actually tripled in value, or gold has tripled in value. Over the last 12 months alone, gold has risen with around 40%. And experts predict, and it's not me, it's experts, you can just Google it, experts predict that over the next 10 years, gold will probably double, maybe even triple again, depending on the world situation. And that's why all these experts recommend that you put aside physical gold in small units so that you're flexible. If crisis should occur, if nothing happens, okay, just great, then you just have a good investment. Because gold will always stay gold, it will always keep its value. And gold in its purest form, 24 karat, the 4 nines, 999.9 fine gold, is actually a currency. It's a global currency, just like silver, just like the euro or the dollar or the yen. It's a currency. It's worldwide and globally accepted currency. And gold will keep its value always. But the problem is the majority of the world doesn't know so much about gold. I didn't know a lot about gold when I started in this business. So if somebody would have asked me 1 year ago, well, you should buy some gold. And I read an article and I was like, wow, yeah, I need gold. I wouldn't know where to buy it. I would probably go to my bank. And I would say, and this is just a guess from my side, that I think around 80% of the people out there would just go to their bank. And their bank, or the bank in general, is probably the most expensive place where you can get your gold. Some would go to the high street broker, some would go to the internet. I would be a little cautious on the internet because you need to make sure that the gold you buy is certified and is really 100% fine gold, 999.9, or else it's not global currency. That's why a lot of these collectible coins and stuff like that are not interesting, because they have other metals in them, and also they weigh a lot, and most of them weigh 1 ounce, half an ounce, or more than that, and you need smaller units. Also, to note here is gold from KB is just brilliant, because what they have done is they have taken gold to a whole new level, and they are thinking global currency. So what they did is they bought their own gold mine, they bought their own refinery, so that they're self-sufficient now, and they went to the Swiss authorities. Just below the finance department in Switzerland, you have an authority called the Central Authority for Precious Metals. And at this authority, they applied for a license to make certified Swiss gold. And it's very, very hard to get this license, because you have to, they have to check you, they have to make unannounced inspections all the time. They have to, check the purity of your gold and really make sure that the gold that you produce, when you have this license, when you have this certification, is really 999.9, because this is a worldwide guarantee. It's a license that if you have gold that is certified from Switzerland, you can go anywhere in the world with it, put it on the table, and of course get the London spot for it and sell it. So what they came up with the idea, instead of having gold in one hand and a piece of paper in the other hand, stating that the gold you have in the other hand is fine gold, they actually put it into a card like this. These are the new designs, where you have four different sizes. You have the 0.5 gram, the 1 gram, 2.5 gram, and 5 gram gold piece. You have it in a card. It's in a plastic card. It's actually like a little credit card. But in the middle you have the piece of gold, and it's a 1 gram gold bar, 0.5 or whatever. The card is really beautiful. It has a serial number on it. It has blind writing. It has watermark. If you turn it around, it has a hologram on the back. That means it's a Kine bar. It's the highest certification you can get. It's really, really, really nice. And this is their product. It's small, flexible units in a card that is accepted worldwide as global currency. You can go into any bank in the world, put the card on the table, and according to Swiss law and international law, they have to accept that this gold inside this card is 999.9, and they have to give you, of course, the gold price for it. So we have a product here that you can use worldwide. Okay. Just to give you an example, because what is important when you buy gold is of course what you pay for the gold, but even more important is what you get for the gold when you sell it again. And here you have four different scenarios. You have bank prices, you have internet prices, and you have the KB price. This is from the third quarter of 2009. But the price, of course, the prices are higher today. But what is good here is it still reflects the situation as it is today. Most banks don't sell 1 gram units. Most banks don't sell 2 grams. Most banks will only sell 5 or 10 grams or an ounce. That's 31 grams or 100 or whatever. Most banks don't do in small units because it's too tedious. It doesn't make sense for them. They want to do big chunks, big lumps, but in order to stay flexible and in times of crisis, you need the small units, and that's why KB is so brilliant, because they have a plug-and-play system. The pricing is just below the bank prices. But what is interesting is the buyback price. They give you price guarantee all over the world that when you want to sell your gold again, you just sell it back to KB and they will give you the highest price worldwide for your gold. That means you will have the lowest spread, which again means you will have the lowest difference on the buying and the selling price. So everything is thought of here. And what also is interesting is that everybody can join, because as a customer, you don't need to buy gold for €1,000 or $1,000 or 10,000 or 20,000. Everybody can just start the little purchase plan from €50 per month and upwards, 50, 60, 70, 100, 200, whatever. And that opens up the possibility for everybody. So you can just put in €50 per month, that's around $60, or €100 per month, and slowly you start building your little gold depot, and that will keep you safe in times of crisis. And then anytime, of course, you can put in lump sums if you suddenly come across some money. What is good right now, everything is stored at the St. Gothard Massif. It's a neutral country, it's in Switzerland, and it's free. You don't pay anything to have it stored there, whereas in your local bank you would have to pay for a vault or a depot facility. It's not safe to have the gold at home, so it's very, very good to have it in Switzerland. And the first delivery on amounts more than 3,000 are free. That means it doesn't cost you anything to get it delivered at home. But let me note here, they only deliver in open countries. Right now, only a few countries are open. But of course, as they expand across the world, everybody, of course, will be able to gold shipped and delivered at home, because that's the idea of everything, of course. But right now, we're just starting. 2 years ago, they went in this direction, but only 1.5 years ago, in January last year, they started doing this, starting to build the referral marketing, the network marketing part of the business. So we have only been working like this for around 18 months here in Europe, and it's just taking off right now. It's absolutely incredible what is happening. In Germany, there's a very big consumer organization called Bund der Sparer. It's a neutral organization that looks out for the interests of their members. And they have investigated KB very thoroughly, and they actually recommend the German citizens to buy gold from KB. They also look at pension plans, insurance products, stuff, and look for what is good and bad. And they only recommend what they really can be 100% behind. And also another thing that is important is that KB has their operations head office in Germany. Some of you might not be from Europe, but everybody who lives in Europe knows that Germany is known for its very, very strict laws and regulations on everything. So for the company to set up head office in Germany means in Europe very, very good things, because if it goes in Germany, it will go everywhere, because the German rules are so strict and very, very hard. So for me, that's really a very, very good and very strong sign, also because Germans are very thorough in all what they do. That's their nature. So Actually, KB offers the best deal, the cost average effect, because the system will automatically just buy the gold for you every 1st of the month or 15th of the month as you pay in your money. And it will buy the gold at that price that the gold has at that point in time. So you will always get you will buy it when it's cheap, when it's expensive, whatever. It will follow the gold prices, and you will get it at the average price when you take it over a long period of time. Price guarantee, free storage, everything. And again, this is what I call gold for everyone, because everybody can put aside 50 euros per month, 60 euros per month. Not everybody can put in tens of thousands of dollars just to secure yourself, but everybody can put in a long-term, let's say, gold pension plan or gold safety plan that will keep you flexible. If something should happen in your country, then you're flexible and you can provide for yourself and your family. And if nothing happens, you can just change back your gold into money in 1 to 5 years, whatever, and then you will have your money again. Because gold is money and money is gold. You don't buy any products you don't need or don't want or put in the garage. This is something that has value, and this is what makes this company so interesting and so unique compared to what else is out there in the industry today. I've been in network marketing for around 20 years now, and I've seen a lot of things like a lot of you guys probably you've seen as well. And what makes this interesting is that it's not just one of these internet hype things, and it's not the traditional product-based where you have to go out and sell a lot of products. This is in the middle. This is new. This is a virtual product, and it's not, because it's physical. You can take it around. You can have it in your vault. You can whatever, and it's money. So it's money that you're just changing from one currency into another, and in these times, this really makes sense. The world has become an unstable place. More and more governments, more and more countries recommend their citizens to buy gold. The Chinese government is buying a lot of gold. The Indian, it's just crazy what is happening right now all over, in respect or in the direction of gold, and of course also silver. So we have a system here where everybody can participate, everybody can benefit. It doesn't cost anything to become a member, and it's absolutely free of charge. And you can just recommend other people to secure themselves from the crisis by exchanging some of their money into another currency, into gold. And there are 5 different ways of earning money. I will not cover everything right now. You have the cap bonus. It's a custom acquisition bonus. It's every time that a new customer is referred or has been signed up in your organization, you will earn from 100 to 670 euros per contract, depending on your rank in the system. You can earn residual income up to 5.5% on monthly purchases. That means when the customer has saved up the first 1,500 euros, from 1,500 euros and upwards, you will be able to earn up to 5.5% on all the gold that this customer is buying for the rest of their life through KB. And this, I can tell you, is very interesting on a long-term scale, because that's really what builds your residual. You can earn up to 5.5% on one-time purchases, and then you have 2 worldwide pools that you can participate in if you have, of course, if you qualify for it. But actually, it's very easy to get into the pools on the lower levels. So that means that everybody has a chance to benefit from the global turnover. But of course, the bigger your volume is, the bigger your group is, the bigger your share of the pool will be, and of course, the more money you will earn. I'll just give you a brief overview here of the different levels. You start off as a distributor, and you can move up the plan to what's called Gold Director Elite. On the left, you see the cap bonus. That's the custom acquisition bonus. How the higher you are in rank, the more you will get paid on referring a customer, and also the differentials down to your distributors or your partners in your group. The third column, it will show or does show the turnover you need to achieve the different levels. Just note here that all the volume is in points. but 1 point is €1. So 100 points are €100 turnover. And on your right, you see the residual, 2%, 2.5%, 3, 3.5%.